All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle and Elders in New York, GMS, and Saite to Akil, and teaching truth around the world. My name is Maya Kyle Nagab, and with Chicago branch of GMS. It says right here, Tammy Bruce, filling military quotas with the mentally ill. All right, it's from the Washington Times. It says U.S. military shortage explain what's going on with the recruitment shortage in the Air Force and Army, and what is being done to remedy the problems. Right there, everybody, Jake and the rest of you, man, they say wake up to this bullshit, about the military, man. This is a bullshit system. Because, America, they don't take care of their veterans. And why would you want to fight for a country, you get hurt over there, injured, where you can't, work a regular job, then you're on the streets. Your own government ain't going to help you, man. All right? So, that's why a lot of shortage, man. People wake up to your bullshit, It says the Army very quietly announced in August that it will lift a ban on waivers, allowing people with a history of mental health issues. I wonder, people with mental health issues, Esau, he probably used them as some type of damn mind control program or something, man. All right. Depends on what type of mental health issue they have, It says right here, as well as alcohol and drug abuse. And see, Esau, Illuminati means illuminated one. They love these type of people right here because you can easily pull them under mind control and turn them to them, I'm going to lose this term, super soldier, they had no problem killing, man, Like I said, depending on what type of mental illness they have. It said, even in normal times, this should concern you greatly, let alone when the world appears to be preparing for war, right, man? And the world is preparing for war. All right, so Joel chapter 3, verse 1 said, behold, no days, and in that time when I shall bring in the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right, the Most High shall come back. All right. And gather us again. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. All right, Judah, Southern Kingdom. All right, the so-called Negroes, African Americans, Benjamin. This is so-called West Indians. All right, and Levy is the so-called Haitians. All right, it says right here. It says in Jerusalem is the Northern Kingdom. So-called Puerto Ricans all the way down to Issachar, so-called Mexicans. All right. It says Joel chapter 3 verse 2, I also gather all nations, will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, valley of Judgment, so in the Middle East, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they had scattered among the nations. Right, man, the heathens. Starting with Esau, the number one enemy on our list. Then it's Ishmael. So-called Arabs, then 3 Hamites, man, those stinking Africans. All right, they scattered us among all these nations, man. So-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, right? All right, we're scattered all over the world through slavery. All right, slavery just didn't work in one way. When they dropped the so-called Negroes off here in America, they took the so-called Native Americans, took them across the seas, and the rest of the tribes, man. All right, most people don't know that because they don't do no research. All right, and they part that land, Israel, man. You go to Israel, man. It's this part between Ishmael and Esau, the Amalekites, those so-called Jewish people. All right, it's like called Jewish people, man. Because the word Jewish means something like a Jew. All right, Jew means one who descends from Judah. All right, and that could be used one that's from the Southern Kingdom, where Benjamin, Judah, Levi reside in ancient times. All right, it says It said, and they have cast lots of my people. They had given a boy for a heart and they sold a girl for wine that they might drink. All right, and they did. They cast lots of these on those still slave boss, man. They gave no boy for harlot, man. Esau, you know, prostitute our little boys, the little sons, and during slavery, man. You know, uh, and it says, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink, right, man. All right, that happened during the Atlantic slave trade, man. So-called Africans, Ham, so-called white people, Edomites, so-called Arabs, man. They trade each other, man. Trade us for food, wine, anything they desire, man. All right, so that's why it's a war in the Middle East, man. But you getting mentally ill people, man. There's something quite up to that, man. All right, because all those those soldiers, man, especially with mental illness, man, you make them a killer machine, man. Mind control. It says right here. It says, we'll go right here. It says, U.S. today reports decision to open army recruiting those with mental health conditions. Combat service faced the challenging goal of recruiting 80,000 new soldiers through September 2018. To meet last year's goal of 69,000, the Army set to more recruits who fare poorly on aptitude tests. Basically, those dumb motherfuckers. It said increase the number of waivers granted for marijuana use and offer hundreds of millions of dollars in bonuses. It said, what sort of mental health issue would the Army now consider potential acceptable? Self-mutilation, bipolar disorder, depression, drug and alcohol abuse. It's ironic the original bounty waivers were put in place in 2009 during a surge in suicides in the aftermath of the Iraq war surge. The U.S. Today reported in 2010 one soldier in that left the Army because of mental disorder, blaming the emotional toll on multiple deployments as the cause. Right, man, because I remember back in the day, a couple of years ago, man, somebody will finish their deployments in Iraq, and the sergeant or whoever hold them, they will force them to sign up with what was they called, the National Guard? Yeah, National Guard, man. All right, it says right here. It says, wow, the impact of war theater can account for issues such as PTSD, right, man? A lot of people, they come back here fucked up, man. They traumatized and shit, I remember growing up, I seen a guy, we used to call him Flat Nose. His nose was actually flat. He had no cartridge in his nose, man. That was a nose flat, but he would ring this damn bell like every damn, like some type of in the evening, man. Where it's not too dark or anything, because it was summertime. He would constantly ring it, man. He was all into that bullshit. All right, that mentally fucked him up, man. That Esau military. It says right here, it says I read this over here. It said, wow, the impact of war theater can account for issues such as PTSD. In 2014, the largest study of mental health risk within the military found that many souls suffer from some form of mental illness. Rates of many disorders are much higher in soldiers than civilians see in report. It said almost 25%, nearly 5,000 active duty, non-deployed armed soldiers surveyed tested positive for mental disorder or of some kind. 11% within a subgroup also tested positive for more than one illness. CNN noted it says some of those conditions are related to hard experience of a wartime army. But Ronald Custer, one of the lead authors of studies, said that nearly half the soldiers who were diagnosed with mental disorder had it when they enlisted. Damn devils, probably. Damn devils, man, lying. Alright. They did that. The damn devils did them to that man by putting on to me damn deployments. Alright. You know, the Army argues they're now able to safely make decisions because of the availability of medical records. That's not, but here's the problem with something like self-mutilation that indicates deeper psychological problem than a medical record may not illuminate. The National Institute of Mental Health tells us bipolar disorder, also known as mania depression, is a brain disorder that causes unusual shift in mood, energy, activity, and ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. Additionally, it is defined by mania episodes last at least 7 days, or by mania symptoms that are severe to the person who needs immediate hospital care. Usually, depression episodes occur as well as typically lasting 2 weeks according to NIMH. All right. It says not exactly an optimal situation when deployment to chase down a sane terrorist enemy. Yes, many mental illness can be controlled through medication, but that also relies on the patient taking the medication. In dead or water, risks already multiple high. Why would we put a troop at even greater risk by adding the army to the elemental illness or drug abuse? All right, so man, then this article, man, is Esau, that draft coming, man. And a lot of you sisters gonna get caught up in that draft too. 'Cause like I said, that war in the Middle East gotta happen, man, in order to assassination Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans able to come from under the captivities down there with the so-called white man. All right, so they gonna pull that draft. All right, and they're gonna take some of these mentally most likely they're gonna take some of these mentally ill people and make them to like these sort of like super soldiers, man. I ain't talking like jumping the wall. I mean like they on the total patrol, man, and just kill. I remember a couple years ago hearing that they passed a survey among U.S. Marines where they kill American citizens. So, you damn scoffers, man, you talking shit. Some of the crazy ass soldiers, mental illness, gonna be chasing you 2/3 down the street, gunning your ass down, man. All right, or come your house, man, fuck you up and shit, and take your daughter, take your wife, man, even take your ass. Get your penitentiary style. Those that know what I mean. So I'm gonna end it right here. Shalom.